Today, there's no one quite like her anywhere. To find her equivalent, we'd have to go back to the great days of our own Nora Bayes and Elsie Janis and Eva Tanguay. She was born in Lancashire, England, and went on the stage at the age of 7. At 16, she was a star. She's equally successful as an actress, a singer, and a music hall entertainer. She holds a Master of Arts degree from Manchester University and the title of Commander of the British Empire, conferred by King George VI. Known as the highest-paid entertainer in the world, since the outbreak of the war, she's given up her fabulous income from stage appearances, pictures, radio, and records in order to tour England, Canada, and the United States in the interest of British war relief. She's a great artist and a great person, and it's small wonder that Variety and Philco feel honored to welcome her to the Radio Hall of Fame. Her name, if you haven't already guessed, is Gracie Fields. You all remember the warmth and sincerity of her performance in the motion picture Holy Matrimony, and now we hear her in an original play by Milton Geiger, The People of the Mist.
Formless and gray, the cold fog crept out of the floodplain of the Thames and silently invaded the city of London to stay the night. All night, Kate Cameron waited in her bomb-ravaged house to keep her appointment. All night she waited for her boys and hoped steadfastly against hope.
We said we'd meet here, Lord, so we said. Only please make it turn out so that... Yes, I'm coming. Michael.
Hello, Mum.
Come in, son. It's a wicked night to be coming home.
I don't mind. Now I'm home, Mum. No one else here?
No one, just us.
So far.
So far.
Oh, you're looking fine, Mum.
Oh, Michael, it's good to see you again. I've been keeping the kettle boiling for tea.
Thanks, I'll not be having mine yet. Not quite. I'll wait a bit for the others, if they come.
If they come. Do you think they might?
If they're free to come, they'll be here. We Camerons never missed a reunion yet. I'm here. I made it.
Yes.
Mum, tell me about the air raids.
It was a busy time here for a while, son. A high explosive bomb fell in the mews close behind the house.
Scared, were you?
Didn't have much time to take fright, I guess. There was a rush and a roar like an express train. And then there it was in the mews, knocking everything this way and that.
Gilling's a fat pig.
That's over with, Michael. How was it with the fleet, son?
Wet. Very wet.
But it was a fine thing for me to tell the neighbors. My son, Michael, he's at sea with the minesweepers on the Arethusa. What happened to her?
Hit a mine in the Dover Strait while we was on a sweep. Ooh, what a roar and a splash.
Michael.
Yeah, I got wet.
It's getting close to 4 in the morning.
Oh, if they aren't here at 4, well, they won't be. That was the understanding, wasn't it? 4?
4 the latest. I think I'll get you the tea now. That would be one of them.
Well, don't be sure about that. Maybe a light showing and the air raid warden's going to talk to you about it.
Yes, I'm coming. Alec.
I told you I'd make it, Mum, if I could.
Alec, come in.
Hello, Alec. How's the army?
Muddy and tired. How's the Navy?
Damn. It's good to see you, boy.
There's 3 of us and the kettle's boiling.
No, Mum. We'll wait. Won't we, Alec?
Anyone hear anything about Bertie?
Nothing.
We better wait.
He'll be all right, though. Bertie takes care of Bertie.
Only I do wish he'd get into the bombers. A man ain't safe in those little Spitfires.
Oh, don't you fret about Bertie, Mum.
I wish he'd get into the bombers, I do.
Well, if he isn't here by 4 a.m.
That's soon.
Well, then he won't be here. That's all there is to that.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. There it is.
Big Ben.
Yeah, it travels with the fog, don't it?
3. 4. 4 o'clock. And Bertie isn't here. Bertie didn't make it. Bertie. Bertie.
Hey, better let me answer it, Mum.
Maybe.
No, I'll go. I'm coming. Oh,
Mrs. Cameron,
I'm Mrs. Cameron.
I've got word about Bertie.
Come in, please.
Much obliged. I'm Sergeant Sam Ruggles, United States Army Air Force.
And these are my other 2 sons, Michael,
Hello, Yank.
Alec.
Hello.
How are you, boys?
Let me fetch you some tea, won't you, Sergeant?
Mum, later, huh? What do you say?
It's past 4, Michael.
I know, but...
If you're holding it up in case Bertie should come, then don't.
Don't wait.
Bertie isn't coming.
Is that for sure, Yank?
Check and double check, yes, sir.
What did Bertie tell you?
He said for me to get in touch with you. He said you'd all made a kind of an agreement. You'd all meet again if...
Yes, we know.
I was at the tail gun of a fortress. Bertie was flying his fighter protection over the Channel forts. Well, I never did see so many German interceptors at one time in all my life.
Was it very bad?
Bad. Bertie got back and just managed to set a Spitfire down on the road. We got back and made a crash landing and burned. I just about got out. Bertie and me got hospital beds right together.
That was nice. Did you like him?
Salt of the earth, Mrs. Cameron. One swell fella.
Thank you, Sergeant.
We'd both gotten it pretty bad. I don't like to...
It's all right, Yank.
Tell us.
Well, we could see the doctors making with the long faces and hear the nurses talking about us, and sometimes they'd cry a little. You know, dames. A fella knows when his number's coming up. Bertie told me all about you and Alec and Mike. He said, Yank, do something for me. Look up my folks in London. My mother was in the Blitz, and she'll be waiting. Maybe my brothers. Look 'em up, will you? That's what Bertie said for me to do, so...
Bertie isn't going to be here. Thank God.
Amen.
That's one of us who'll settle it with Jerry.
I'll be moving on, then.
Wait. Where are you going?
Well, you got me there, ma'am. I haven't got anywhere to go. You see, all my folks are alive. I guess that's another reason Bertie asked me to look you people up. He knew for sure that you'd been killed in an air raid, ma'am. And that we could have a nice talk together. He didn't know about Mike and Alec.
We said we'd meet tonight if we could.
If we happen to get ours, she means. Well, I got mine at Anzio.
My ship hit a mine in the Dover Channel.
High explosive bomb in the Meuse. I never felt a thing.
Gee, that's tough going, folks.
No. There's Bertie. Bertie couldn't keep the appointment. Bertie's alive.
Bertie'll give it to him proper.
Well, I've got to go.
Don't go. Stay with us. You're one of us. You loved Bertie.
One heck of a swell guy.
He was your friend, and we are your friends. You're all alone in eternity, Yank, and you'll find it's a large place. Stay with us. We're all the same. We're the people of Earth, looking for understanding and love, and finding it in our own small, sure way, because we must.
My advice to you, Yank, is to do what Mum says.
She always gets her way anyhow.
Sooner or later, the people always have their way, and we're the people.
Just too bad we're dead when you come to think about it.
Did you think, son, that we really died? We don't die. We go away from Earth and then come back because the people are eternal. We come back again and again and again to live and sweat and suffer, and to die again if we must, for justice and love and the greatness of man. You'd better stay with us. We won't have you being lonely.
Thank you, ma'am. I'd like to stay.
And welcome.
Welcome.
Must be getting on to morning.
About now, the British are coming back from Germany about now. They're gassing up the fortresses for days' operations. About now.
Too late now for tea. It's nearly morning. Yank, take my hand. We'll be going for a walk, we four, and thank God for Bertie. Thank God for one of us left alive to keep on with the fight. Morning's coming, boys. Come, come, my sons.
They stepped through the door and strode out across the city, walked across the top of London into the misty morning, these four who had fallen, but who would never die. The day came easily into the room where they had been, for the walls were shattered on three sides, and far below, through broken floors, the stagnant water in the cellars stood deep and dark and silent. But on the tilted stove a kettle stood, and in the kettle, water. It was as though the kettle had always stood ready and would always stand ready until the peoples who had died in common cause would come back to claim the world that their blood had secured and washed and purified. And then they would all sit down to tea together.